Hi guys, welcome back to another speed build in a sense for Iron Kikwe builds. And for today's video we are building a very small castle that I call a tiny medieval castle on a 40 by 30 lot in Henford On Bagley. That is the world that came with the expansion pack Cottage Living. I think that's the second best world to build a castle. The first castle that I built with the kit, the castle estate kit, was on a 64 by 64 lot in Windenburg, and I think Windenburg is the first best world to actually build castles in. And I think the two previous castles also that I've ever built on my channel were also in Windenburg, both on 64 by 64 lots. So this castle is very small as compared to the other castles that I've ever built in my life. In The Sims 4, technically a 40 by 30 lot is not that small of a lot, but for a castle it's very small, because this castle turned out to be kind of the size of really a normal house, because we only have upstairs, we only have 2 bedrooms, one for the parents, one for a kid, and we have a 3rd bedroom in the basement that I assigned to a butler. So yeah, it's kind of small, so that's why I actually call this a tiny castle. It's a medieval style castle, as you can see, with the towers that look like watchtowers and no roofings whatsoever, and also it's kind of the little story for this castle is like it's a very old castle. Of course it's from the medieval era. I hope you understand my accent, guys. But yeah, anyways, it's for the medieval times, and so it's very old, and it's been kept in shape by the family, by the descendant, and we have living here the descendant, of course, descendants of this prestigious family. I don't know if they're from the royal family or some sort, I don't know, but I also created them. They are a very small family of 3 with 2 parents, a mom, a dad, a little girl, and they also have a dog and a cat. And I also gave them a butler because they were actually living on the premises when I was building this, because I love to have my Sims on the lot to be able to play test everything. And also they give me also for a backstory, and so they inspire me for the decorations and for what kind of amenities to add to the build and things like that. So I really love building with a family or a household on the lot, and so they will be available also for you to download on the gallery under my ID Kikwa_builds, alongside with this lot that is completely furnished. The first build that I built with this kit, which is the castle estate kit, was a very large castle, and it was, as I told you, on the 64 by 64 lot, and it was so big. I really had a lot of fun building the exterior, but I still have to furnish the interior. This is something that I hope to get into in the upcoming days, but I wanted, with this build right here, I wanted to be able to build something a little more casual, like something that I built just on a whim, to be able to also furnish the interior, and to be able to furnish the interior, because when a build is very large, it takes so much time to furnish and decorate the interior. In my case, that's what takes up most of the time when I build, and especially because to me it's easier to build the exterior. It's very easy for me to be, I mean, not easy, but it's much more easier to build the exterior. It goes very smoothly. It's like it's kind of fast if you compare to the speed at which I build. I actually furnish and decorate the interior, because it takes so many trials with the colors, with what color scheme I want, what vibe I want for each and every single room. Do I need what kind of, and as I told you as well, because I love to have kind of a backstory, I also love to match the interiors of my builds with um the traits of the family, the vibe of the family, of the household, and yeah, personalize, kind of in some kind of way, personalize the interior of a home. So it takes a long time to actually furnish the interior of my builds, and this castle is not big, but I feel like it took a long time because the interior took me a long time, and the video is still 30 minutes long, and I thought it would be just a 15-minute video. So yeah. As you can see, the colors that I chose for the walls on the exterior are very kind of warm, kind of very rich tone for the rocks, for the walls and the exterior, because also I wanted to stray a little away from my last build that was the very big castle, and we had very clear rocks, very pale, but here I wanted something that was very different, so I chose this swatch that was very warm, kind of orangey brown kind of rock, and I don't know, it gives a vibe of something, a castle that is much older as well. And I also chose the swatch that was dirty on top, because we have different swatches. That's what I love with the walls that came with this kit, is that we have the swatches where the wall becomes gradually dirtier the higher you go up, and that's what I did also for this castle. So you can see that the closer you are from the roof part, the dirtier it gets, and it goes well as well with the fact that this is a very, very old castle here. For the interior, now you're seeing the interior, and for the interior I chose a swatch for the walls that were lighter. Obviously because it's rocks, it's the same rock that is outside and inside, but maybe the elements outside, the elements made the rocks become darker, and inside it's protected from the elements, so they stayed a little lighter and cleaner. So for the inside, as you can see, I made a grand staircase. I had to have a grand staircase. This wouldn't have made any sense for me to have just a tiny staircase, so I had to place a grand staircase. I placed them kind of two staircases around a platform, because it was easier to do, so it didn't take up as much space as just one staircase. Anyway, I don't know if you understand, if you follow me, but yeah, because we are in a castle, we need like a large staircase. But also the floor plan is closed off. It's a closed floor plan because we are in an old building, even an ancient building, so everything is closed. We don't have open floor plans in old buildings, and the rooms are often connected by archways. Maybe the owners have over the years swapped some doors for archways, probably, but I really love how it turned out, how this interior turned out. The kitchen is very small for a castle. This is my opinion, but this is the fault of the stairs. The staircase is very large, as I told you, so the kitchen is kind of small. But all the rooms actually in this castle are not large rooms. As I told you, this is a tiny castle, so the rooms are small, and the kitchen, it feels like a family home. It is actually a family home. It kind of lived in. The only thing that tells you that you are in a castle is the walls. We have rocks from top to bottom. The walls are the walls that came with the kit, the floors as well, and the ceilings as well, all came with the kit. So it's rock everywhere. They didn't want to place wallpaper. They wanted to keep the castle as it was originally made, with the apparent rocks. And yeah, so that's what I wanted for the interior of this castle. So yeah, as I was saying, the kitchen is very small and it looks kind of lived in and kind of cozy. It has a cozy vibe, with the little dining room that I placed in the corner in the tower part of the kitchen. We don't have many countertops because it's very small, but I didn't know actually at first if I wanted to have kind of a very modern kitchen or something very old. So I decided to make kind of something right in the middle, halfway through a modern and a traditional kitchen. Yeah, I think I don't know if this looks to you like traditional, but it kind of looks modern as well because of the chairs that we have in the corner there, the little dining area in the kitchen, and the colors as well, because the colors are really not kind of traditional to me. The colors of the counters and the cabinets are, it's like some kind of green, deep green, and I really love this color. So yeah, you can see those little lights on the walls that I placed here and there. I thought I loved the shape, and I was thinking it goes well with this kind of with the castle. But afterwards, when I went into live mode, I realized that they have a flame, kind of a blue flame, so it's not electricity, because they actually come with the Realm of Magic game pack. So I went afterward and changed all that and placed electricity lamps, yeah, on the walls. I really like this little nook where I placed everything, all the items for the kitchen. It makes the kitchen look lived in. You don't even feel like you are in a cold castle made of stones. I love that. If you saw, I also added the bowls for the cat and the dog. I don't know if I told you, but this family, we have a cat and a dog. I think I told you. Yeah. I really like this little castle here, and I enjoyed playing the very little gameplay I did. I really enjoyed it. I think I'm gonna try and play a little more with it, especially because I have a butler. But I very, very rarely play with the butler. I played a little when I got the stuff pack, but I don't know many things around the butler. But yeah, anyway, now we are in the living room, and as I told you, I didn't want the castle to be too grand with only ancient kind of furniture. Although they wanted to keep the original walls, they also wanted to make a dalliance between the modern and the old. So as you can see, the table here, this is a grand table in the dining with a glass table. I think this one comes from what's the name of this pack? Seasons. Yes, it comes from Seasons. The chairs, I think they come from Dream Home Decorator, not too sure. And I also paired this up with some Dream Home Decorator curtains, and also very old painting of their ancestor, very large painting of their ancestor on the wall. I placed some old paintings here and there. I don't know where what pack this painting comes from, but the one that was upstairs definitely comes from the Vampire's game pack. Some of the items I placed here and there also in this castle come from the Vampire's game pack. I think it goes very well with this kit. But the majority of the build items come from the Castle Estate kit, if not all the build items, but for the interior I mismatch everything. I didn't choose, I mismatch everything. Now you're seeing the laundry room. The laundry room is on the first floor. We also have stairs that go downstairs to the basement. I love having a laundry room. The laundry room is just next to the tower, the back tower. We have a tower at the back of the castle, and in this tower we also have ladders to go up to the very, very top of the castle through this ladder. Next to the laundry room, I also had to place a tiny toilet cabinet. It was just the toilets and a sink, because I didn't have any space. I realized I didn't place any bathroom on the first floor, for at least for the on the ground floor. I mean, at least for when you have company over. So I had to place this tiny, very, very narrow bathroom next to the laundry room. You have, unfortunately, to go through the laundry room to go to this tiny bathroom, which is not very classy, but yeah. Now we are in the living room, and as I told you, I'm trying to find some mix match. I'm trying to mix and match old and new furniture. As you can see here, we have a very, very old looking desk that I really love, with an old desk chair, and the armchair next to it is kind of modern. It comes from growing together in this little nook here, and I love this little nook. And for the curtains, I placed the curtains that came from the Desert Luxe kit. Yes, the Desert Luxe kit. They are my favorite curtains to place. So let me tell you how I struggled for this this living room. I really didn't know what to do with it. I tried off screen, of course. I tried so many color schemes, so many type of curtains, so many style of furniture, and don't get me started on the rugs as well. I couldn't find, for the love of me, any rug that suited what I wanted. But yeah, anyway, in the end, I'm kind of satisfied and happy with how it turned out. As you can see, the curtains are kind of a bluish gray, and so I matched also the curtain with I placed the fireplace from the Vampires kit, that Vampires game pack, that is also kind of bluish gray. For the TV, I placed the very handy TV that came from the Modern Legs kit, that looks like a piece of art, but actually it's a TV. And I went on the whim and decided to add those furniture, those armchairs, and the sofa from the Industrial Loft kit. And because, as I told you, I tried so many different styles, and when I pressed record, I still hadn't decided on what I wanted really for the interior. Nothing really struck a chord. Nothing really stuck with what I really wanted. And so I just decided, when I pressed record, to try these furniture, the Industrial Loft kit, and I think it's perfect. It worked. And as you can see, I tried to match also the color of the couch with the curtains and also the fireplace. And I really love the style. As I was saying, I'm trying to marry modern and tradition in this castle. Here I'm adding this cute little statue of a ballerina on a pedestal, and I think the pedestal comes from the Vampires game pack, and the little ballerina, I think, from the base game, but not sure. Might be from Get Together, not sure. Also trying to place a lot of plants in this castle to make it look a little warmer, a little cozier, because when you have stones from floor to the ceilings, it's a little dismal, a little cold for an inside, and I like the inside of my builds to look cozy, to look also lived in. So that's why I'm trying to place as much as possible plants here and there. Now we are upstairs, and this is the parents' bedroom with the bed that came with the Modern Lex kit. I love this kit. I absolutely adore this little kit, and I think all the furniture in this bedroom are actually from the Modern Lex kit. The little vanity table here, and this little nook, I make this little nook here for the dressing room slash dresser slash dressing room. The dresser also comes from the Modern Lex kit, but the dresser, the rack where you can hung clothes, I think comes from Get Famous, and the little armchair that's in the nook also comes from everything except for the dresser, the little hanger where you have the clothes. Everything comes from the every piece of furniture come from the Modern Lex kit, and also the little carpet, the round carpet that we see here. So I went also afterwards and placed I wanted to make some kind of a separation between this little dressing room here, this dressing nook, and the rest of the bedroom. So I placed some curtains, and I think those curtains are come from the wedding pack. Yeah, and it was very, very hard for me to try and decorate as I wanted the bedrooms. It was easier for downstairs because as I was saying, for downstairs, rocks all around, is kind of cold, and it's not easy for me to make the bedroom look cozy and warm. So I tried warm colors for the parents' bedroom, the reds, but for the kids' bedroom, it's more in the pastels. I didn't want the kids' bedroom to be too harsh, too harsh colors. So I went in the pastel, and I think it looks good. I really do. I love this little bed here with posts, and it's from Seasons, if I'm not mistaken. And I went and placed everything for a kid in a bedroom here with a little desk and some toys, decoration toys. I mean, the toys that kids cannot play with, but they look good in a kid's bedroom. I went and placed those things here because on the other side of the bed, because I know that the seam cannot access this side of the bed that's next to the window, and most often they will stay stuck there. So I had to place some decorations on the side of the bed. I didn't want the bed to be just stuck to a wall, so I needed a little space, and that's why I filled this little space here with some decoration toys behind the bed. Because it's a secluded area between the bed and the little desk, and so that your sim cannot just stay stuck on the other side of the bed. So now we're in the bathroom, and we have 2 bathrooms in this building. Actually 3 bathrooms. We have just a toilet cabinet on the first floor. We have the full bathroom here for the family with bathtub. Everything, all the plumbing that you're seeing here come from the Vampires game pack, and I think the Vampires game pack goes very well with this pack. With the Castle Estate kit once again. And also I went and placed a little plant, of course, in the bathroom for it not to look too cold, and a bit warmer. And as I was saying, we have 3 bathrooms in this castle. We have one on the first floor that's just toilet cabinet. We have the full family bathroom upstairs on the second floor next to the bedrooms, and downstairs in the basement we also have a third bathroom that I didn't record the furnishing for. The second full bathroom downstairs that you're seeing just next to the bedroom that I'm furnishing right now. This little bedroom here is actually the butler's bedroom. As I told you earlier, I placed a butler in this household when I was playing and playtesting, and I love this little bedroom. I think it's my favorite little bedroom of all the bedrooms in this castle. I don't know, it looks a little warmer, a little cozier, and I love the colors. I went and chose cheerful colors like the yellows for this bed that is actually a Van Gogh painting, and also the furniture are a little less expensive looking, if I may. As you can see, I love this little side table. I think this is an accent table where I place the TV on, and I love it. It looks so cute and cozy and not too expensive. It's just a little humble little kind of piece of furniture. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I wanted for this little bedroom here. I wanted it to look kind of inviting and a place not too pretentious, and of course it's the help's quarters, so they didn't place any expensive furniture in this bedroom, but I think it's the coziest looking. And if I were to live in this castle, I think I would have chosen this bedroom, although because we're in the basement, we don't have any windows. That's the only downside of this bedroom, but other than that, it's my favorite one, and I really like it. So next to this little bedroom that we are in the basement, we have a bathroom that is for not for only the butler, but it's for the whole family, but it comes in handy for the butler. And I also decided to place they also have kind of a cellar downstairs in this basement. So, and I also placed I don't remember the name of that, the wine making machine. What is the name of that? The little item when you can do your, and I don't even remember the name, the liquor, the wine, I don't remember the name that they gave it in The Sims. I'm very bad at remembering names in The Sims 4, words in The Sims 4. But anyway, you see what I mean. They're making the wine, and I placed the little machine for making the wine upstairs in a tower. I think I ended up placing it in the tower on the third floor, I guess. And also I've been placing here the little items for the dogs, for the dog and the dog food and the dog bed, and the cat's bed ended up being in the hallway upstairs next to the bedrooms. I didn't have any more rooms for the cats and the bed dogs, so I ended up placing them in hallways here and there. And now we're finishing with the last room, actually, that I'm furnishing for this build. It's not quite a room, it's like a patio, and this is where they actually have their picnic, their barbecue. I placed a little dining table here, and also the furniture from the perfect patio stuff back. And yeah, I really love this little place here. You know me, you know I'm loving an outside lounge space, dining area outside for my Sims to enjoy the outdoors. Kind of outdoors. I don't like my house and my homes to be just completely enclosed spaces, and I love them to enjoy the outdoors and the nice weather. I also went and added those curtains, and I'm just realizing that I didn't scale up one of the curtains. I would have to go back and change that before I upload the build on the gallery. Also, now I'm placing the barbecue area here just next to the little patio, because I didn't have any space in the patio to place the barbecue grill. Initially I wanted to place everything in the little patio, but it was very small, it was tiny, so I ended up placing it outside, and I think it looks better this way. I think it looks very, very good this way. Everything in not everything, but the barbecue grill and also the counters and the little items that I place on the counters, everything comes from the Perfect Patio stuff bag. This is one of the first ever DLC that I bought for The Sims 4 because I love patios. I love that. So this was one of my first ever stuff bag that I bought when I started playing The Sims. So now finishing with the outside area with some bushes, and we are going back upstairs. On the roofs, I decided to place also, because we have a lot of plants growing on the wall, climbing on the wall, ivies and stuff like that. So I decided also to place we have some moss, not really moss, but some kind of grass growing on the roofs. And I also gave them some activities for the roofs, like the first activity of course is gardening. I also gave them some items for yoga and meditations. And I was also bold as to put a telescope on the roof. I would have to really try and play with the telescope one day. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Hope to see you next time for my next video, and in the meantime, take care. Bye.